welcome to the Meeple Mentor YouTube channel. I'm Jared, and with me, as always, is Holly.
Hi.
And we are reviewing today Children of Morta, the board game. So we haven't played the video game, so this is just going to be based on our experience with the board game, which the developer Lucky Duck Games has graciously sent us to take a look at. We played a couple different sessions of Children of Morta with a recurring group, and that seems to be the best way to play this. It is a campaign, but it's also not a legacy game, so you can replay it. Any changes you make to your characters can always be undone and restart. You can have multiple campaigns with different players. You just have to keep track of all the upgrades that each character has done for that playthrough.
Luckily, there's a board for that.
There is. And in fact, the back of the rulebook has a few pages dedicated to marking off certain status relationships between characters.
Oh, yeah.
But even though it's printed in the rulebook, you can absolutely scan that and or print some copies of that from, I'm sure Board Game Geek fans have already done that. Now I scanned mine so that I could just go ahead and go with it. I didn't even look if someone's already done it on Board Game Geek, but that allows you to have multiple sessions with multiple achievements with one group if you want to do it that way. So this is essentially a dungeon crawling board game, but not like D&D per se. It's much more streamlined. There's no GM. Instead, you get the storybook, which you kind of go through chapter by chapter, which is a spiral-bound book here. As you learn about your characters and the map and where you are, you have a market. This is where you can purchase new tokens to go into the bag that you draw from, as per what tokens you can assign to your actions. These allow you to upgrade or even replace tokens from your starter bag with stronger versions, which basically means that when someone pulls that special token, they get an additional thing. Like this one gives you an extra die roll of those colors. Those give you different bonuses as well. But as you proceed through the campaign, you read the text. It gives you, hey, pull one of the chapter cards. This is the status situation. And then you set up the map with the random tokens that have these backs on them. So the skull tokens, when you move your party token to it, you reveal that, and then whoever is your current leader, you're going to look at, well, there's a stack of 2, so whichever one has the higher number, that's generally the more difficult one, that leader will face them. The other token is the enemies and benefits, if you will, that everyone else gets to or has to fight. So the enemies,
like gets to.
The enemies drawn, will show a dot on the left or right side of the card, and they're going to be on the left or right side of your board. And your board has 6 sections. If you ever have to add an enemy to one of your sections and you're already full with 6 enemies, that triggers a fail for that particular mission. But the 3 sections on the right of your board are for long range. So any enemies in those spots, you can only attack, or they can only attack via ranged weapons and abilities. The ones on the left are, the 3 on the left are going to be situated, and they're all cards, melee. So you can always attack them. They can always attack you. There are ways to prevent them from attacking, like freezing them or applying certain effects.
It's noted here at the top, too.
Yeah, there's some icons.
Zoom in and try to see that if you want.
That is one tiny critique, is that the iconography is very, very small.
That's not the only thing I don't like about that.
Okay, go ahead.
I also don't like the word that I am looking for is maybe spacing. No, it's not spacing. It's positioning.
Okay.
It made it really confusing to try and figure out where I should put my cards. Do I put it on this? Do I put it in between it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that would make more sense if they had a little bit better design. And
there's not a division between melee and range.
Yeah, once
It's
you
just
cross
confusing.
the threshold of these three to this, it's a
Yeah.
very different distinction of what you can attack,
Yeah.
but there's no visual there to
Indicator that
denote, hey, now these are right in front of you, other than these really tiny icons with a sword, really tiny
they're
bow and
itty
arrows.
bitty.
In fact, they were so small that most of the people at the table didn't notice it until halfway through the game. And I was like, oh, it's already on your board. That's what tells you where it is. And they're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even notice it's so small. But that's okay. You have some really good artwork for each character, and you do start with 4 available. This is actually a 5th guy that you unlock as part of progressing in the campaign. So
We can't show you the other ones though because we're saving the game state.
yeah, we're continuing the game state, meaning all your upgraded cards that players have, paid in experience to get stronger actions. You just leave them on the board and stack them together in the storage to make sure that you keep track of what upgrades everyone has. But that is a really cool feature, just like a video game, to be able to upgrade to the next level of any of your skills. Each character has a variety of melee and ranged weapons, but other skill sets as well that are unique to them. Another thing is each of these skills will either have 2 actions or 1 big action that requires 2 tokens, that you have to draw from the bag to execute. And so, of course, those are going to be stronger. You can end up targeting multiple enemies with certain actions, or sometimes you have to pay a focus amount to be able to do the action at all. And so you have these 3 different stats that you keep track of with these wooden sticks, I guess, and they slide up and down.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they are.
Wooden sticks. So you have your health, which starts at the top, which if you run out of health in a particular campaign or mission, then the whole party fails. So you can actually target other players' enemies they're facing if you have ranged weapons, which is a great feature of this game. So it's not just 3 or 4 players individually doing their own thing. There's a lot that you can do to help your partners, and I think that's a really good addition for the board game, to be able to target with range enemies sitting in front of other players that they may not be able to handle. But you also have evade and or block depending on the character. You can basically spin that to avoid taking damage. And then you have the focus trait, which is used to execute some of these larger, stronger attacks or abilities. In addition, you also have a pre-printed ability on your board that will trigger, as well as a critical attack or critical effect that happens whenever you roll and get a critical on the die. You have 3 varying strengths of dice, and depending on the color of the icons shown on the action, that's the color dice that you roll, which can potentially get you a critical or even multiple hits. If it just has this like white icon, that just means that it's always 1, like a value 1 happens for that thing. So you do want to look for ways to upgrade this so that you can roll more dice to attack and get stronger effects. And all of that is really built strongly into the structure of the game.
It's like they took a PowerPoint system from a TTRPG and just like, here, we'll do the math for you and put it on these cards.
Yep. And it's really easy to upgrade between chapters. You go back to your main house and whatnot, and you can spend experience earned, which is tracked on a dial. Not all enemies will give you experience, so you do want to keep an eye on that, and don't forget to take all your bonuses that you earn from each card. Sometimes you earn potions, which can heal you. Sometimes you earn gems, which are great for rerolls and other things. And then and sometimes you just get experience as well. So there's a lot that you want to keep an eye out for. And coins. Coins are what's used as currency to buy those either new or replacement tokens that go in your bag. Speaking of the bag, there's only 1 bag, and everybody will draw up to 5. So you can keep tokens between turns if you didn't spend them, but you'll then draw back up to a total of 5 to start a new combat round, which involves moving and then, like I just said, drawing cards. One other thing I want to talk about is the cooperation between characters. Depending on where you're sitting at the table, in adjacency to another character, you're going to have these symbiotic cards that are abilities that you and your co-op person, whatever,
Ally?
you and your ally,
Neighbor?
may activate, typically using focus, to give your ally a benefit of some kind. And those are random cards that add, some variety to every session. Because every time you start a new run, you put a new card between every player. And what's cool is over time, the more two characters use a synchronous ability like that, you gain these tokens. And what you can mark off at the end of the book is, hey, we've done this many times. And then you start earning bond abilities for whenever those two characters are side by side. There's also all sorts of achievements that you can earn from doing different things, like the first time everybody switches characters, the first time you take out a boss. What else we got on there?
Changing heroes, level ups.
Yeah, once everybody's leveled up all their stuff once or twice or 3 times, etc.
I know ours. What are you talking about? The requirements or?
Well, all of it really. Like,
well, I know that you can do. For instance, one of the cards, the one that was between us, was something happened if one of us spent a focus. Something good. I can't remember what.
We gifted each other an extra die.
Yes, that is correct. And you can see that we almost filled this box because that was super useful.
Yeah, so it's like, I'll spend a focus or whatever and get you an extra die and give us a support token, which we can, we're pretty close to earning that bond card, which gives us like a permanent bonus ability whenever those two characters are sitting together. So I think that's a really cool addition to a game like this. And I was really impressed with how easy it was to both teach and play.
So this actually makes me wonder if the video game has a mechanic where where you have like an NPC that you play with, or like there's a multiplayer. I have to say, this is,
I assume it's an online
multiplayer game that after having played the board game, I do have interest in playing the video game, which doesn't happen very often actually. I'm very selective about my video games.
So either the board game is so strong that we want to try the video game, or the IP or the whole thing. It's
whole shebang, the idea behind it and everything.
And it was fun overall. That we're like, I could see how this would also be fun as a video game. So I guess it's good news if you played the video game, like the video game, you're probably going to like the board game. Because to me, it's also just a great game and it's a lot of fun. I like that it's not like a big box of things that you have to pull out every time you want to play. Like it's pretty straightforward.
But they make the machine run.
Yeah, it's like the next iteration of like automating how you're gonna go through a dungeon.
Yeah.
And you take out a lot of the positioning problem that like Gloomhaven has, or excess steps. And it kind of just streamlines it all. It's like, okay, draw this many enemies. This is where they are. Now, this is what you can attack them with. And draw tokens, spend them, and if you're done, then move on. Like, it's very straightforward. And I like that. I like that it's a small, all contained, but expansive game.
But it's also challenging.
Yeah.
It's straightforward, but challenging.
Yeah.
So that's fun.
And I like the quality of everything, like the functionality of the double-sided, or not double-sided.
I'm a sucker for dual layer boards.
Dual layer boards is very nice. The storybook, is very well put together and definitely designed for a long time. You're not gonna like accidentally, rip pages or anything trying to play through the game multiple times. I think they've done a really good job with the components and the quality, and overall the gameplay was just stellar.
Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun.
And it is a lot of fun. And it's fully cooperative, but there is solo modes and things like that, so you could run the whole thing solo.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts?
Art, as always, with me. The art looks great.
Sure. I mean, just look at the art on the box, right?
It's amazing.
It looks great. I don't know if that's what the video game looks like, but I do like the look of this.
The video game is pixelated. I do know that.
Okay.
They're close. It's from what I saw. Yeah, because I do a little research here and there for the games that we're gonna put on the channel and stuff.
Is it kind of like a Chrono Trigger situation where there's like anime artwork,
no,
but also like sprites?
From what I saw, maybe. Actually, yeah, maybe. But the sprites are really good. I was thinking like, well, Chrono Trigger came out ages ago, so I guess the 90s. Quality would be, you know. But no, it didn't strike me as a Chrono Trigger type. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think like it's different storytelling, different battle tech, mechanic dynamics.
Sure. Yeah, I mean it's more of a, was it top down like dungeon crawl or something?
I think so.
Diablo-esque.
I saw a couple pictures here and there, and I went through their wiki a little bit to see who had what weapon, just out of curiosity.
Yeah. So this was, I know, crowdfunded, and so I guess I should say thank you to all the backers who made this possible, because we're having a great time playing it. And again, thank you for Lucky Duck Games for sending us a copy to check out, because we've really enjoyed it and look forward to more content regarding Children of Morta. That's really all I have to say on the game, because I don't want to spoil anything in terms of like actual story and things that you encounter.
It's good stuff.
But there are boss fights in the game, and those are really cleverly designed and they're fun, and I don't want to spoil it, but I will say when we encountered it, I didn't know that was even in the game, and it was like a big shock, and it was awesome because I was like, oh my gosh, we are now facing something that we've never seen, and it's going to hit us really hard, and that's cool because I did not know that was even part of what was going to happen. So a lot of fun. I recommend it, and if you're looking for a great co-op that is streamlined, easy to get to the table, building up your characters and playing over multiple sessions with some pretty cool, art and story, this is really good. It's a lot of fun, so check it out, and it's good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching our review of Children of Morta. Stick around on the channel, subscribe for more reviews, unboxings, even tutorials, and we wrote a book. It is the first board game dictionary. It's called Push Your Luck, and it is on Amazon and on Top Shelf Gamer. So check it out. It helps support the channel. But yeah, until the next time, I've been Jared.
I'm Holly.
Bye.